Here's what no one tells ambitious, high achieving Gen X women: burnout isn't a personal failure, it's a cultural setup. You've been handed a script about success, sacrifice, and self worth, but what if that script is flat out wrong? Well, I'm Teresa Lisum, and I want to welcome you to Evolving Women, where we unpack the real challenges women face today and offer support for creating lives that are powerful, joyful, and deeply aligned. And I'm here with my friend, DianeAmeliaRead.
Hi, I'm Diane Amelia, and in one of our master classes with, in my humble opinion, the best title ever, Strategic Self-Care for Hot Flashing, World-Changing Women, because powering through is not a wellness plan. We uncovered something that so many high-achieving women over 45 are silently struggling with. And it's a belief that if you're not constantly hustling, giving, achieving, you're somehow falling behind.
And it's not just burnout, it's the weight of invisible expectations, the kind we breathe in without even realizing. These myths shape how we see our worth, our time, and our bodies, and they keep us stuck.
Yeah. So today we're going to walk through three of the most common myths we busted in that last session and offer a new lens. One rooted in truth, in self-honoring, and in what we call strategic self-care.
Love that strategic self care name. And these aren't fluffy ideas, these are foundational mindset shifts that can change everything: your health, your leadership, your relationships, and your legacy.
Yeah, it's big. So let's dive in.
Woohoo! So let's
Yeah.
look at myth number one. If I slow down, I'll fall behind.
Oof, been
Hmm.
there. Yeah. Growth actually accelerates when you pause to align. Uh, In my humble opinion, alignment over hustle any day.
hmm Yeah, and what the pace you're pushing yourself at isn't sustainable anyway. Yeah, you're surviving, but it's not sustainable. And there is a big difference between those two.
Yeah, survivable is not something to brag about. Slowing down, it gives your body and your brain space to recover and to refocus. It's not, as we fear, running in retreat.
And besides, who are you falling behind from? Like we say we're falling behind, but from whom? Like, do we really know? The only timeline that really matters is your sustainable one.
Yeah, powering through is not a personality trait, it's a warning sign. And rest is not a detour from success. It's actually the fuel that makes the whole thing go.
hmm Yeah. And you're not behind. You're just overdue for a rest and
Yeah,
some strategic self-care.
yes, absolutely. So, shall we have a look at that next myth?
Sure. Here's
Yeah,
the second myth we're going to bust. Everyone depends on me, so I don't have time for self-care.
yeah, yeah. Now, something that's interesting, the underlying belief in that is my needs don't matter.
Yeah.
My needs don't matter as much as someone else's.
Mm,
Everyone depends on me. I don't have time for me. But
mm,
you can't support others well from a depleted place. Your wellness is actually a service to them too.
mm. Just the whole put on your own air mask. I almost said gas mask. Put on your own oxygen mask before you help others. And I know a lot of people that step into that martyr role, but martyrdom is not a leadership style. It's actually a fast track to resentment and burnout.
Oh man, I have been there. So I have literally caught myself in conversation where someone says, wow, my boss was really on me yesterday. I had to work like a 15-hour day. And I'm like, That's nothing. I have to work a 16-hour day every day. It's like this crazy race to the bottom, like who has it worse? There's no prize for having it worse.
There
Just
isn't?
stop it. Stop racing to the bottom. It's not serving you.
Yeah,
Or
and it
didn't
is
serve me and I had to zip it.
and it is illogical when you say it that way.
Yeah, completely.
Besides, time isn't the issue. It's prioritization.
Yeah.
Even 5 minutes of intentional self-care shifts everything. And besides, your worth isn't tied to how much you carry. It's okay. It's okay to put things down.
Yeah, and if you kind of spin it, self-care isn't selfish, burnout actually is. Because then those that do rely on you, your responsibilities, they can't be tended. And so if you're really thinking everyone depends on me, then do self-care, model self-care,
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
doing it gives permission for others to do the same. And that, baby, is legacy work.
I love that. I love that. And yeah, okay, you might be the glue that holds everything together because we all know how that feels. But even glue needs time to dry in order for it to do its work.
Yeah. Yeah. Good one. Good one.
So let's bust myth number 3.
Yeah, go for it.
Self-care is indulgent, not strategic. Now, I know a lot of people, I was included in this group at one point in my life, thinking that self care was just, taking a hot bath for the night that night or going to get a massage once in a blue moon. And it was just, a luxury item. But self care is not just a bubble bath. And that is an indulgent. When you do something like that, it is a luxury and an indulgence,
Nice.
but it's only temporary. Whereas if we do it in a strategic way, it's more sustainable. And strategic self-care prevents crisis care later on. So we're being proactive with strategic self-care.
Yeah, and if you think about, for instance, pro athletes, baked into their plan are
Mhm.
recovery days. They don't skip recovery days because it's important to their performance. So high performing women should not skip recovery days either.
Yeah, that's a very wise thing. I really appreciate that comment about athletes don't skip recovery days because they don't, because they know how important it is. So when your wellness is intentional, your work and your relationships thrive. So it's a ripple effect. Self care is not a luxury, it's leadership.
Yeah, and heads up, you don't have to explain yourself. If
Mm.
this has been your jam, you are allowed to change your pace without explaining why. It's your prerogative.
We give you permission
Yes, absolutely.
and give yourself permission.
Yeah, taking care of yourself isn't quitting, it's choosing to continue well.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. Um, yes. And even the strongest, boldest, badasses of women still need soft landings.
Yeah, absolutely. Strategic self-care is intentional, it's holistic and effective, and it includes, not just exercise and healthy eating and meditation, but other things like boundary setting, nervous system care, and energy alignment. So it's
Mhm.
a holistic package,
Yes, it's
and you have a
multiple.
right to all of it.
Yes, for sure. I love that. You have a right to all of it. So important to hear those words, I think.
Mm.
So these myths that we just busted, they are persistent, they're pervasive in our culture, but here's the truth. You're not broken and you're not behind. You've just been absorbing this culture that tells you your worth is measured by how much you push through, how much you give away, how much you deny yourself.
Yeah. So, what if instead your power came from being deeply aligned, from learning to trust your body's wisdom, to set boundaries without guilt, no guilt, and to fuel your
Mhm.
days with energy that is sustainable, not in survival mode?
Right. I love that. And this is exactly the kind of work that we guide women through in our 90-day program called Wellness Your Way. But even if you're not ready for that, we'd love for you to keep learning with us.
Yeah, in our upcoming masterclass, we'll be busting 3 more myths that keep women stuck in cycles of burnout and depletion, and we'll offer real tools that you can apply right away.
So, in the comments, please share with us which myth hit home most with you, which resonated most with you. Myth number one: if I slow down, I'll fall behind. Number two: everyone depends on me, so I don't have time for self care. Myth three: self care is indulgent, not strategic. So please drop the number one, two, or three in the comments and send us a message. We'd love to know what you think about those 3 myths.
Yeah, we sure would. And if you want to be the first to know when registration opens for our next free masterclass, follow us here at Evolving Women or reach out to either of us directly. We're linked below.
hmm Until then, take a deep breath, be in the moment that's just for you, and remember your next chapter is a choice, and you're the one holding the pen.
Yeah.
We'll see
Bye
you
for now.
soon.
See you soon.